Welcome to the Edwin Imwela Stadium, venue for Kafue Celtic and Power Dynamos encounter here in Lusaka. It's the MTN Super League, and it is pitting two teams that generally offer entertaining football because of the flair which they put into their game. 27 degrees is the maximum temperature that is expected with a minimum of 18, and it's another cloudy Saturday as we welcome you to Bola Yapa Z. Well, Green Buffaloes, in as far as today is concerned, have themselves some 3 points after bashing Chambeshi 3-0. And now it is Power Dynamos and Chambeshi and Kafue Celtic, I beg your pardon, to slug it out here at Edwin Imboila Stadium. Msonda Chibulu is my man on the side. He'll be looking at the game from a technical point of view. And there's going to be a lot of beautiful moments in the game this afternoon. Some could certainly be unforgettable. So the teams, as they get to come out, will be expected to set up their strong lineups. And for Kafue Celtic, well, they'll be banking, and you can look out for that man in Albert Kangwanda. And Joe Valia will be hoping that he, together with Justin Daka, inspire the side in a 4-3-3 formation, because there's Tiela and Chikola with Kangwanda leading the onslaught in this diamond formation. So interesting as it is, it's all down to Hamle, and will be protecting the goalkeeper there in the setup that will be pitting itself against the likes of Godfrey Ngwenya, if he's lively on the day today, and the exploits of Joshua Mutale. There could be some entertainment here in the 4-3-3 formation with Ngwenya leading the onslaught, the captain of the side, but look out for the runs of that number 7, as well as the stability that Linus Makwaza Jr. tries to bring into the center of the park. And the two sides now getting through to the hot pot here at the Edwin Imwela Stadium. And it can be a game that can't be short of flair and possibly goals. So, in as far as that is concerned, the match officials going through the moments.
Are we together, gentlemen? Wonderful.
So formalities have been done, and it is all down to the man at the center, Mr. Francis Sichali. Thomas Kaila and Thomas Mukoko will be the first and second assistants. Alan Simukonda is the fourth official, and this is the match you look out for if you're looking for some entertainment. Kafir Celtic can be a giant killer when it wants to. The crocodiles, they also refer to, and will certainly be up for a huge task this afternoon of trying to outdo a determined Power Dynamo side, but a lot of credit to Joe Walia for the style, the flair that Kafir Celtic come along with. It's not a team you want to underrate. You can do that at your own peril. And today they will be playing against the big boys in Power Dynamos as they get to that level themselves. Remember, it's Power Dynamos at 50 in their away strip of red. And a lot of work on their shoulders and expectations too. And it is all down to the preparation. Sunday, it's not going to be easy, this one, either way.
It's not going to be very easy, but we see Brian Wheeler there. He's been brought in by Coach Muyachi Pepo to find the goals for Power Dynamos. Their build-up play has been excellent in most matches, but it's that killer instinct that has let them down. But this Kafue Celtic side, they have produced the first Zambian player to score in the English Premier League in Patson Daka, as well as the second Zambian to ever score in the Premier League in Ino Computer Mepu. There are two Dakas on their side. Maybe the name doing the business for them. There's Richard Daka and Justin Daka, and those who will have to work extremely hard to ensure Kangwanda and Siaka, Peter Chikola have got opportunities up front to trouble this Power Dynamo side. Looks like a very exciting match to serve.
So it is all down to the preparation for the two sides, and for Kafue Celtic, it's again a quest of being comfortable on the log, because that is what has been the major issue. They will try to stay in the Super League as much as they possibly can here at the Edwin Mboila Stadium. And once again, you don't want to miss out on any of the action as it unfolds here in the capital city. Kafir Celtic in white, Power Dynamos in red, and nothing short of a great game is expected here.
And very unlucky not to win a corner there, Kafir Celtic. And what they have done very well, Director Lee Kawanu, the owner of this football club, is not to panic even when they have been under pressure. They're a newly promoted side, sit fourth from bottom. Even when results have not gone for them, they have kept faith in Joe Walia, and there's been no disturbances or ultimatums whatsoever, which has allowed these young lads to enjoy their game.
Ultimatums, oh, we hear those every day in the local league.
So many coaches fired almost on a daily basis. Tenants shown the way out of Forest, and certain Dynamos as well, almost on a daily basis.
Long throw from Chamanga. And it's early days yet. And Asen, Kafir Celtic will do well to score first, in my opinion. Put pressure on the favorite team on paper in Power Dynamos, and that could be quite something. In the meantime, it's White Mwanambaba's ball into the 18, but no chance for Brian Wheeler to have anything good out of it.
Yeah, good ball out of defense looking for Brian Wheeler, but some very good defending, just shielding the ball was Richard Daka. He's got very good height, and it's a bright start to the game. Kafir Celtic is a very youthful side, and they have won the hearts of many with their approach, the way they play the game. But Power Dynamos are the form side. They have not lost in their last four, and last three rather, last four. And at some point it was looking like a draw crisis until last weekend when they won creditably against Buildcon, and they would want to build on that.
Handball.
Clear
Handball.
Makwaza Linus.
So Linus Makwaza puts Power Dynamos under pressure with that handball, because that is not a very bad position. Looks like there will be a change of soccer balls.
Yeah, the ball
from the stories you hear, some of them legendary. with regards the bitter rivalry between Power Dynamos and Nkana. You don't think the Power Dynamos would want to have anything to do that makes them look like Nkana? So I'm a bit surprised, but that's a conversation we can have for later. But for now, this is Kafue Celtic.
Promising position to be able to open fire. Yes, they do look like Nkana in this raid.
In the meantime, who takes the shot? Well, blockade was Kangwanda. Still pressure here on. Looking good, and goalkeeper Lawrence Mlenga picks it up with much ease. And it's Power Dynamos now. There is a chance here. Mwila is in the box. Good sliding tackle. I think there was a foul there.
It's a good ball distribution by Mulenga. Lawrence, the goalkeeper, to release Brian Musonda initially, and then Brian Miller was involved in the thick of things, but great defending by Daka, just put his body in front of the ball and the attacker to draw a foul.
The Crocs pushing forward. Makwaza. Kangwanda will be the target to try and get the ball to this afternoon. In him lies the goals. But of course, perhaps most importantly, will be the work that defenders will put in for Kafue Celtic.
You have to admire the way they struck the ball around Kafue Celtic. They don't panic. It's like a craftsman at his workshop. Not really troubled. When they're down, they'll pass the ball comfortably and knock it like that. This should be a very fascinating encounter to watch.
Makwaza trying to find Kennedy Musonda. Goalkeeper Kasanda Katana for Kaffir Celtic.
KK
rolls it nicely. Yes, indeed. KK taking it easy. No panic so far from the Crocs. Wonder how long it will take for them to bite. They have to bite first before they are electrocuted by Power Dynamos. Chamanga. Makwaza. Oh, that drops nicely for Brian Wheeler. What a miss from the striker. Oh my goodness. Very, very unfortunate for Brian Wheeler. That was a bad job there.
Paul Banda's ball in the area, nicely chested by Kennedy Musonda. What a miss. Brilliant cross in the area by Paul Banda and chested in the path of Mwila on the right foot. Couldn't just take it down. Very disappointed. A striker of his quality really should hit the back of the net from there. He was brought by Power Dynamos to finish off those sort of chances.
This is Mutale moving in. Mwila runs into space, but it's cut off. Kafue Celtic need to do their bit. It's a foul. And,
Linus Makwaza already full of action, playing as a holding midfielder alongside George Salah. The two protecting the back four. His father used to play as an attacking midfielder on the wing, sometimes on the bench. First assistant for Power Dynamos, Linus Makwaza. The goalkeeper too overconfident there.
oh, that was a bit of a...
Oh, this is not a playground for kids play. It's a playground for the mature men. You don't do that.
Very lucky. A chance here now presents itself. And Mutale and Power Dynamos start the game with missed opportunities.
They are fully focused. They are very fully focused, frankly, this Power Dynamo side, and they are very purposeful in the way they are building. And it will not be a surprise if they get a goal in this opening half here.
Corner kick Power. Easy picking for Kasanda Katana.
Better, and the distribution is good.
Here comes the Kaffir Celtic side. Offside.
Against Kangwanda. He's a brilliant player. He scored some crucial goals for them, Kaffir Celtic, but he has to stay switched on. There, clear offside.
Struggling to take the ball out of danger here, Kaffir Celtic. Joshua Mutale benefits.
Some strange goalkeeping from KK. Because you have to put your body behind the ball, but there he left the ball behind him. He has to be careful.
Absolutely.
Seems he's enjoying himself, he's comfortable, and well, it goes with this Kaffir Celtic side. They're not fazed by pressure, that's what it tells you, but he has to be careful because goalkeeping department is a specialist position, and if you make mistakes, they're going to be blown.
Oh, that ball did not go out. Got stuck in the body. Power Dynamos easily snatched the ball away. This offside against Kennedy Msonda, I think.
Correct. Kennedy Msonda offside, clearly. Brian Wheeler with that miss. Hopefully he doesn't drop his head. Opportunities will come. He has to make amends. Power Dynamo should have been leading by a goal to the good.
What a poorly taken free kick. Easy gifting to Power Dynamos. This is Msonda. Chance here. And the idea there was to find Godfrey Ngwenya.
Couldn't control it on his left foot, Ngwenya. So already this game living up to its billing in terms of the passing. But it is Power Dynamos that has curved out the clearest of chances yet.
Kaffir Celtic really yet to show its flair, its entertaining side, and its dangerous aspect as well. This is Musonda in the meantime. Flag is up.
So for handball against Kennedy Musonda. So controlled it with his hand, Kennedy. But the new rule is such that if he had passed it and Brian scores, then it would have stood. But if he scored himself, it would have been ruled out.
Kasanda Katana's distribution is a bit too heavy for Brian Chilimina to control too high. Quite Mwanambawa misreads the movement, which should have been made by Kennedy Musonda. Popo looks on rather pensively. Now you wonder what's going on here, because the effort to get to Brian Chilimina is just not working. Only now does Chilimina have a touch on the ball. They're having to work hard for it. Again, it's Chilimina, but it's pass is well read. Power Dynamos can take over. This is Joshua Mutale. Into space is Paul Banda. Lenos miscues the ball, and it's anybody's, as it's an aerial tussle that's involved. Free kick, Power.
Foul on Paul Banda. Since that on goal in the derby against Incana, Paul Banda has been playing very, very well. Kangwanda there with the foul on Paul Sekio Banda, the former Lusaka Dynamos defender.
Sonda up and running after what could have been a foul. But now Kaffir Celtic with a chance now to trot away. Oh, this is looking promising with Chikola. Wins a free kick. The only thing that hasn't happened yet is Kaffir Celtic fully expressing themselves in front of goal. The likes of Chikola, Kangwanda. Will make you dance if you're not careful. So, Justin Daka.
So the foul from the man you said as one of those who can make you dance without playing the music. From the fancy footwork, Peter Chikola drew a foul out of White Mwanambaba. But I think that their set-piece execution thus far has been quite poor, Kafue Celtic.
Well, it's got to be said, very noticeable. Free kick taken, but it's a Power Dynamos free kick.
Probably they have not been watching the Africa Cup just ended, where the set pieces were expertly executed.
As dangerous as anything.
Like expert butcher. Choice beef.
Some very intense attention that's paid to set pieces now at levels similar to this, so you expect much more efficient deliveries when it comes to set pieces.
Absolutely.
Luka Chamanga readies himself for throw in. Joshua, and this is Linos. Brian Wheeler falls rather easily. Ball is hit out for throw in to Power. Tally. You always have to be careful how you want to approach him. Chamanga with his weaker right crosses in to try and find, but not very successful, Godfrey Ngwenya.
Nearly wanted to prevent a goal kick. Wanted it to be a throw-in so that they could defend it from the front. The game has fizzled out a little bit from that bright start that we had early on. Power Dynamos pushing the issue.
It's a message to Power Dynamos that this is not going to be a walkover.
Not at all. The Crocs can bite, but one thing that I've been impressed by with this Power Dynamo side is the fact that they are keeping their shape very well. And George Salah committing a foul. He's got to be careful. He's committed one or two already, and the next one probably the referee will be showing him the MTN colors. Yellow.
Power Dynamos frantically take that ball out, but just temporarily, because Kaffir Celtic have matters in control. Now, can there be a cross coming here? Ball goes out.
And it was Kangwanda. He's already played for the Zambia national soccer team, this youngster. When Zambia went away to some friendlies in Ethiopia and scored a crucial goal for then Micho-led Zambia. Then he was on loan at Zanaco before being recalled this particular season as Celtic are making a debut in the top flight.
So more stoppages here as the flag is raised for an offside call. So match stalling in that regard, but there are all these hints that something will break. As Power Dynamos, the long free kick, Nsonda could be the target. He commits a foul. And Kaffir Celtic for the free kick again. How will it be how will it be done?
So Richard Daka.
All the efforts to Chilimina are just not working this afternoon.
Shocking.
Every long ball to Brian Chilimina is just not successful.
Shocking. He's supposed to be the outlet, but they are not bringing him into play. I think that they better approach it the way they always do. Try to build from the back. Maybe they are scared. This Power Dynamos front three is very lethal going forward. And they may not want to play too many passes at the back. So the pressing, you can see the pressing. They're doing a lot of work, Power Dynamos there. Captain Godfrey Ngwenya just ensuring that the ball does not go back. So they're doing a lot of hard work. The trio, that's Godfrey Ngwenya, Brian Mwila, as well as Kennedy Nsonda. As a result of that, Celtic are being forced to make mistakes.
No one from Power Dynamos, but Kaffir Celtic now with Brian Chilimina. Gangwanda doesn't manage to keep the ball in play.
So the other games there, Builtcon still goalless, Saga Dynamos. Chris Mr. Takatiko Kaunda looking second victory in the face as they lead Konkola Blades. And in Ghana Football Club, the Diamonds are shining through Chikwekwe as they lead.
Meantime, here at Edwin Nimboila Stadium, it is 0-0. Power Dynamos, Kafue Celtic. 20 minutes have gone, and the expectation is that this would be a fast-paced, high-intense match. Goal in the offing, no real threat. Closest coming was Power Dynamos with Ngwenya, who missed what could be likened to a sitter. There haven't been so many other great chances created in the game so far. No real threats to talk about. And now it's Kafue Celtic. Again, they keep on doing disservice to themselves. Kafue Celtic.
Indeed. They are literally shooting themselves in the foot, the crocodiles of Kafue. They are passing out of defense. Coordination up front, not quite there yet. Set piece execution hasn't been to the Kalusha Warrior standards.
Here now it comes. Chance for Celtic, but so much attention from Luka Chamanga. Look at that fighting spirit from the Power Dynamos. Now that call raises questions as to how offside that offside call could have been on Brian.
It's very late in fitting the run. Well, if it was Kennedy, then it's not, unfortunately. That's a poor call right there by the second assistant referee, formerly called the linesman.
The way you put it.
Because it was virtually in that line, he should have seen that there was no offside there.
Okay. Oh. deeply. Nicely brought down by Chikola. Good play now by Kafue Celtic. This is promising. A chance here to make it one. Oh my goodness, another opportunity is blocked. Now that is what Kafir Celtic can do to you when they go into higher gear. Quick, neat little passes.
Good movement. Came into the area, laid onto the path of Kangwanda, inexplicably slipped. Even he himself does not know what has happened to him. The ball squared in the area by Brian Chilimina, but Kangwanda just decides to fall. And then the second ball really found the Power Dynamos defense resolute.
Pressure here. Foul and a free kick. Advantage Kafir Celtic.
That's what Celtic are capable of. And I spoke earlier about set-piece execution. I guess in our time, you and I, Franklin, we've never seen a better, specialist in terms of set pieces than Kalusha Bwalia. There, yes, it was a rush challenge. Talking about set pieces, if Kalusha is the elder brother of Joe Bwalia, then Kafir Celtic should execute set pieces better, because there's a great reference point.
I hope it works like that.
There is. Yeah, because we tell them, he himself scored a cracker of a goal, Joe Wali, against Ghana in the 1996 African Cup of Nations for Zambia.
From the center circle.
To win bronze and celebrate more than...
That was from the center circle, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
He hit it from real
absolutely, it was a cracker of a goal.
So, here now, Kafir Celtic to make some pressure here.
Do a Kalusha Vaiche.
Kangwanda to do it. Will it be? Four-man wall for power. It's Kangwanda's kick, but it's straight into the wall.
Even when the likes of Ashos Melu used to take set pieces like that, at least you'd leave the guy who blocks it for dead.
Some attention.
Absolutely.
From the medics. Yeah, that was quite a soft ball into the wall. This is Mwila. So it's a lot of breakdowns, start-stop situation. Chamanga, he's got Mutale for support. Mutale's pass is not so great, so it doesn't meet his target in Musonda. Out the ball goes for Power Dynamos throw in.
Another misplaced pass. But you have to look at the work ethic and how hard they work. Earlier, Emmanuel Chivesa was in the Power Dynamos half.
Oh, Ngwenya, you don't do that when he collects it and squarely hits it well. But unfortunate for the Power captain.
It's a good block by Arthur Muleya.
Musonda. He's got Mutale there. Wanted to take the ball on the turn. It's going to be a throw in. Luka Chamanga, it would appear, will take the throw in. He does. Power lose possession. But one number meeting it for throw in. Now Joshua Mutale, very difficult to dispossess this lad.
Low center of gravity does help him.
Oh, look at that. Play by Godfrey Ngwenya. Very combative.
Absolutely.
In the process,
so
they're
a bit frustrated because they thought that it could easily be a walk in the park. There, yeah, just lifted his boot a bit to draw the foul. Ngwenya to commit the foul rather.
Kafir Celtic put themselves under pressure. That ball stays in play, at least.
They work very hard. Chivesa, I was talking about him a little earlier, that when he lost the ball, he quickly went back into defense. They are very tactically organized. They work very, very hard. And as a result of that, they are keeping this Power Dynamos team at bay. It's like they are peers on the pack.
Well, no foul. Referee allows play to continue. He delays the decision.
Surprising, because there was no advantage. So why it didn't blow in the first instance, only him knows.
Saying hello to the first 30 minutes here at the Edwin Imboela Stadium.
And saying 0 in terms of goals.
Not yet anyway. Corner kick, Kafue Celtic. And showing interest in taking it is Caleb Siama Guajo.
So the game crying out for a hero.
Absolutely.
In the final third particularly.
Here comes. Quick taken. That was dangerous. Paul Dana was really lucky there. And they quickly start as well. Musonda Kennedy for the ball, for the chase. And manages to find it. Has a man to beat. No real follow-up, so he's not being helped. But that effort, well, Power Dynamos for the throw-in.
So when Chivesa was in trouble from Kennedy Musonda, you saw how quickly Richard Daka rather, came in to rescue. That's how hard they work for each other. They know each other very well, and they cover up for each other, and they are showing that. And Power Dynamos is finding them very difficult to crack at present.
Quickly taken free kick after that Brian Wheeler foul. And if what happens in football is anything to go by, only Kaffir Celtic need is that goal, and Power may be sent panicking. So far, no cards flashed, just soft warnings. Peter Chikola is offside.
I think that the referee has done very well in terms of keeping his cards to his pocket, just allowing the game not to be disturbed. But at some point he may be forced, the referee, to go to his pocket if these sort of fouls that we've seen so far persist. But look, I think that Kaffir Celtic are very comfortable. You are playing a big gun in the 1991 Mandela Cup winners, and it's new at this particular stage. You can only grow in confidence.
Absolutely. And that is exactly what could be happening to Kaffir Celtic at the moment. Foul, hugging. And it was thought Arthur Mulea was over-hugging Kennedy Musonda.
And complaints from Joe Walia. He has to be careful. He's out of his technical area, as we saw earlier. And
free kick, Luka Chamanga needs to circumvent the two-man wall that has been set up. Here it comes. Nice defensive work there from Celtic. And now maybe the Crocs can attack. This is Chikola. He has space to shoot. Chikola's strike is beautiful. The crossbar says no, but that is a very strong message that we're not slipping. We're the Crocs. Watch out. Peter Chikola.
Wow. On the left foot. Beat the keeper, but not the bar. Just turns Mwanambaba out and then shoots. Brilliant. But the crossbar coming to the rescue of Power Dynamos.
Chikola again. And now he finds Caleb. Foul.
Linus Makwaza being fouled. He does a lot of hard work shielding the back four. Whilst his father played as an attacker, his grandfather played as a centre-back. May he so rest in peace. Dickson Makwaza, senior, captain of the Zambia national soccer team in 1974 when we reached the finals of the Africa Cup of Nations under Kafue Celtic. And that's Linus Makwaza with a goatee.
In the meantime, it is Celtic that are meeting power punch for punch.
Maybe
have had the best scoring opportunity through the strike that Peter Chikola executed just a few minutes ago.
Power Dynamos celebrating 50 years of their existence. If you remember when they came onto the scene in the 70s, late 70s, they were called baby born with teeth. I would want to think Kaffir Celtics would say crocodiles born with teeth. They're always born with teeth, crocodiles.
Oh, mistake, Kangwanda. Can you take advantage of this? The goalkeeper goes to his area to collect. He's very, very lucky.
A bit unconventional. I haven't seen anything like that, where he takes the ball back himself and handles it in his own area.
Passes to himself.
Absolutely. It can't count for back pass. It can't.
Back pass to yourself.
Well done, Lawrence Mulenga. Some unconventional piece of goalkeeping rescues him. He was in trouble, but he had to play it back to himself and handed.
10 minutes left to play here at the Edwin Imboila Stadium. It's the MTN Super League. Kafue Celtic growing in confidence. Just need to score and power more pressure on this Power Dynamos side that is favored on paper. Mutale spreads it wide to find Paul Banda. Banda going. He might have support from Ngwenya, but it's Sonda who has the ball first. This is Ngwenya. Loses the ball. Kangwanda for Kafir Celtic. Runs into space, Albert. He has the ball. This is where it can be dangerous. Kangwanda! Beautiful! Wonderful! Kafue Celtic draw first blood. And Power Dynamos are stunned. Wonderful play from Joe Walliers, boys. And this is where we have a game on, because this is all happening right here at the Edwin Imboila Stadium. Believe it or not, wonderfully done and beautifully fashioned.
The crocodiles born with teeth. Kangwanda showing Brian Wheeler how to finish. Excellent football. Take one, take two. Back of the net, keeper standing. Brian Wheeler, where are you?
No, what is great is great. Take nothing away from it. He didn't put energy, he didn't put power. He just was very cool about it. Misstepping Lawrence Mulenga.
Cool finishing. Composure of the highest order. Poise, perfection. Back of the net. And Kafue Celtic have sunk their teeth in the Power Dynamos.
We have a game on hands now here at the Edwin Imboila Stadium, because surely for Power Dynamos, they will want to come with the guns blazing. But it is all down to Kafue Celtic to add more misery to the Power Dynamos faithfuls. Things not looking good at the moment.
Hey, hey. They are now, wow, that's being stunned, like you said. Being stunned.
Because everybody wants to chew their fingers.
Being beaten by the crocodile. One leg in the water, one leg in the mouth of the crocodile. That's the look that you get from that bench. They have to react now, Power Dynamos. Good finish by Kangwanda. Brian Wheeler had a good chance early on, fluffed it, and this youngster, who has been knocking on the doors of the Zambia national soccer team, just shows how to finish. I hope the Serbian, or is it Croatian, Ayosa Sanovic is watching.
When you talk about being smart or intelligent in a game, that's the display. Because any other player would have gone for power, would have gone for a hot strike, but he didn't.
No.
His thinking hat was in full swing, and that's how he got that goal.
Smart finish.
Nice, easy, smart finish. But here is Banda for Power Dynamos. A cross in. Gwenya heads, but over the bar.
They have to work a lot more harder. That's Godfrey Gwenya and company. His brother was on the losing end earlier. He doesn't want to make it.
Now that ball, that pass from the way Kangwanda scored,
yeah,
would remind you of that Isaac Chancellor pass.
Yes, only that the Mayuka finish had a lot of power and placing on it.
Yep.
But this one had smartness written on it.
And this
just
is
a soft touch to the
absolutely.
ball. You know, just taking it behind the keeper in Lawrence Mulenga. KK. Did he handle it outside the area? He's gonna get a yellow card, the first yellow card of the match. Goes to Kennedy Msonda. And he doesn't know for what. He's asking the questions. So the goalkeeper was about to hit the ball, and then, but look, he had every right to block there, isn't it?
I'm not so sure with the studs in the face of the goalkeeper.
Wow. Most probably.
Kafir Celtic putting power under pressure. What will come out of this? 5 minutes. Make that 4 before going on the break.
So that left back, Chivesa, losing possession that particular occasion reminds me of Prosper Chiluya. He made his mark, member of the Zambia under-20 that won the Africa Cup of Nations 2017, Prosper Chiluya. Same sort of height.
Ball kept in play by Msonda. Goalkeeper collects. Good reaction coming from Kasanda Katana. Trying to find Peter Chikola.
Tell you what, this lead is deserved. If you remember, Peter Chikola had hit the crossbar, and that was a warning shot which Power Dynamos did not heed. And when Kangwanda came calling second time out, it was in the back of the net. So thoroughly deserved. And they are taking their time. They would want to go into the break with this lead. The Crocodiles of Kafue in front of a very decent crowd.
Long throw to the 18. Might have been a little bit of a push there.
Yeah.
Free kick to Power Dynamos. And Lawrence Mlenga lining up to distribute the ball. This is Brian Wheeler. He's got Musonda for support. Quick pass to him. Chamanga. Makwaza Mutale for Power Dynamos. Kafir Celtic really organized, because many times what's important is how you behave when you don't have the ball. And Msonda's strike is tame and off target.
So the direction on the shot not there at all. And what Kafir Celtic have done very well is to deny Power Dynamos the space. As a result of that, you haven't seen much of Joshua Budo Mutale. And lots of things on the mind of that man in the picture earlier, Munyach Pepo, how to turn this thing around.
The struggle continues. This is Chamanga. Ball just whiffed off. Caleb Siama Guajo. I'll just call him Caleb.
Yeah, Siama Guajo.
Chamanga. Throw in to Power Dynamos. Mutale was hoping that Ngwenya or indeed Brandweiler would run for that ball. They've got a minute to grind out.
Restore parity. But you don't see it happening at this stage. As a matter of fact, Kafue Celtic now look very dangerous when they attack.
They could add salt to the injury by scoring another before the break.
And that will be it. You wouldn't see Power Dynamos coming back from such a shock. But as long as it stays 1-0, Power Dynamos will feel that there's something that they could get out of this game. So they got that man for the goals, but so far he has provided some good misses.
Throw in as Power progress. Only a minute added. Just tells you how free-flowing the match has been. Long ball, a searching one, but Kafir Celtic doing well so far. Moving on, Chikola doesn't easily lose the ball. His target, pressure here. Guess who it is? Offside against Kangwan.
Faustin Bakodila helped by that offside goal. Otherwise, he had been at 6s and 7s. You don't know whether he was handling, trying some netball skills at the back there, or trying to clear the ball. But that flag, very faithful.
Indeed, referee will be blowing for the first end of the first half any time from now, and Joshua Mutale will have no chance to push ahead for an attack because it's time to go on a break that has belonged to Kafue Celtic. It's got to be said, and a lot of work that will come through for Power Dynamos to try and get the equalizer, and who knows what might happen. What this scoreline is showing is a great set for what to expect in the second half. For that reason, you have every reason to stay with us.
It's halftime at the Edwin Imbaila Stadium in Lusaka between Kafue Celtic and powerful Power Dynamos at 50. Albert Kamwanda missing out a couple of chances before that particular goal did come through on the 37th minute to ensure that the home side takes the lead as they head into the dressing room in the first 45 minutes of this particular encounter. Feel free to talk to us on Twitter at SupersportTV, hashtag SSBola. Alternatively, send us that video and tell us exactly how you found the first 45 minutes or certainly how this game is likely to end. I'm still with my team on pitch side just to give us the feel of what happened in the first 45 minutes. On the far side is AFCON winner in Isaac Chansa. Msonda Chibulu joins us obviously from commentary position, and former international Linus Chala is with me throughout the entire 45 minutes. I'll start with you, Isaac. Really, first 45 minutes of the game, what's your impression of what happened today?
Yeah, I think my first impression is in the first 20 minutes, 15 minutes, I think Power, it was their game until they gave Celtic a chance to come back into the game. I'm sure Celtic, they were a little bit scared of Power. They gave obviously Power Dynamos respect. But when they saw that Power is not stamping the authority, Celtic started coming into the game. And what happened? Celtic ended up getting a goal.
Gents, absolutely. It seems as though the powerful Power Dynamos, the story about Power Dynamos really not converting their chances as they come continues.
Well, absolutely. And I think that they brought Brian Miller to be able to finish chances that they create.
Yeah.
And we saw early on he had the glorious opportunity which he put wide. And Celtic, like Isaac has said, came more into the game, hit the crossbar, and then Kangwanda, what a finish.
Absolutely. But obviously, Linus, Power Dynamos, the team, the technical bench in there, they've got a worth of experience on that bench. They can certainly be able to change this based on experience.
Absolutely. Look, all in all, look, they do have that. The technical team has the ability to change that. What we've seen in the first half is not the Power Dynamos that we know. And credit should go to Kafue Celtics for, not respecting Power Dynamos. And football, being football, when you miss your chances, you get punished.
Yeah, stay on the floor, Linus, really, because let's talk about Brian Wheeler. That was a sitter early on in the first 45 minutes. This should have counted for Power Dynamos. They should have been the ones in the driving seat early on.
Look, a good cross, and, twin striker sets him up with the chest. He goes for the laces he goes for the laces and fluffs his shot. I thought the decision that he made to go for the laces was wrong. The keeper was already look at this. Let me take it from the cross. Good cross, good setup by his strike partner, and there he goes. Look at the open. Literally, he had the whole goal to aim at, and all he had to do is hit one of the posts. Hit the target. Don't use your laces, place it. You look at the Kangwanda finish.
Yeah.
Composure.
Yeah.
Brian Miller lacked composure there.
Yeah.
And I think it's a bit rusty maybe. I don't know. But
this
it's a horrendous miss.
Yep. Muzo.
Ish. You are brought to the club to score goals. You get in that sort of position.
Yeah.
6 minutes gone. The goal opens to you. You can place it the near post, far post. Then you just decide to put on the laces and it's wide. Oof,
yeah.
Unbelievable.
How much pressure do you think that puts on Brian Wheeler as well as his strike partner in Musonda, Kennedy?
Yeah, I feel now they are under pressure, especially after missing that brilliant chance they had. But they can still come into the game. I was chatting with Rinos. I told him that it happened even in the Green Buffaloes game where we saw the boy missed a sitter, but he came back and he scored a screamer. So it can also happen to them. I think Kennedy Msonda has been working so hard. He just need a chance or two to redeem themselves.
Yeah, I think let's talk about Celtic, because even them, they had an avalanche of chances. The rate at which they're creating chances is simply second to none. But at this moment, it should have counted even for them.
Yeah, Kangwanda, you can't really explain. He lost his footing. The build-up was brilliant. And when he probably should have stood and anticipated, he just fell. So we can give him the benefit of the doubt in the sense that I don't know what happened, but he slipped.
The rate at which those should be converted on any given day.
Yeah, look, he lost his footing, at the most important time. That's when he lost. I don't know what happened to his leg, if he slipped or, You know, but look, that was an opportunity for them.
Anticipation, yeah?
No, but he did anticipate.
Yeah.
This is why he found
He
himself.
was way ahead of the... Yeah?
He found himself in that position
Good
because
position.
he knew that
The ball was coming.
The ball was coming, but I don't know how he lost his footing.
Yeah.
But it cost him an opportunity.
Let's talk about Chikola's sculpture. It hit the upright, and equally this one was it was well executed. And at this moment, I think Celtic gained momentum, Chancellor.
Yes, and look, the moment he was carrying the ball, I think for a defender should know that this player, I don't have to give him the leeway to go inside. That's his best foot. That's where he wants to go. And definitely, Chikola knew already where he wanted to put the ball, and he knew already what to do. Unfortunately, it wasn't a goal.
A little bit of an issue with the upright there.
Yeah, you know, an issue with the upright. Look, when we watched this, earlier on with Isaac, we even commented to say, look, he shouldn't give him the inside. You know, his strong foot is a left foot, so do not give him that. And it was a ferocious, strike that beat the goalkeeper, but not the upright.
Yeah, we didn't have to wait. Yeah, we didn't have to wait for too long, Musonda, for that scored goal.
The Chikola crossbar was a warning, which Power Dynamos did not heed. And when they came on the second time, look, good take. Sure, what a finish. Composure at its highest level. Controlled the ball. Although he was being pursued by the defender, the goalkeeper came out a little bit and just placed it.
Jason, I'm just going to add
ample
on
time really given to him at that moment.
Look at what he does so well.
Takes the
ball, takes the defender out, and he doesn't go for power. He doesn't go for power because you can see the keeper is flat foot.
Yeah.
And what does he do? He goes to the far post, not the near post.
Yeah, but I
mean,
very,
very good finish.
But even the Power Dynamos defenders, they could have taken him out way before he actually gets into the 18-yard box.
Yeah, but he was so clever enough, and he knew already where to put the ball. He knew that is his best leg. And like Rinos is saying, what a take. Because if he could have gone for power, I think he was going to miss.
Obviously, first 45 minutes are very interesting to look at, but let's have a look at the numbers. Do they agree with what happened in the first 45 minutes? Ball possession was very close to call. Kaffir Celtic leading on ball position, but also on the most important statistic of the game, which is that particular goal in there. 3 shots on target, none for Power Dynamos. That is not impressive.
No, it's not. And for a team of Power Dynamos caliber, they have to make the possession, count. Obviously, on the possessions, also they're a bit behind. In the total attacks as well, they're a bit behind, and they would need to probably move, a bit more in the second half, in the final third, and learn to take their chances.
Yeah, Isaac, second 45 minutes really. How do you see this, second stanza end?
Yeah, I think it's going to be entertaining. As you can see, both teams love to play, which we have seen in the first half. So I'm sure Power Dynamos, they are not going to sit back. They are going to bring their A game. This is where now we are going to see the actual game.
Will Power Dynamos come back?
Yes, they will.
Yeah?
Yes, very certain. Because now they have been beaten.
Come back and carry the day, or come back to settle for a draw.
Carrying the day, that's another thing. Maybe to share spoils.
Okay.
It can go either way. Yeah. I think they're going to throw the kitchen sink at Celtic, but football being what it is, Celtic is a very dangerous team.
Absolutely. Big thanks to the gents on pitch side. We're certainly hoping forward to see what the second 45 minutes will certainly be able to offer in as far as the game is concerned. Remember that so far the home side is leading by a goal to nil. Albert Kangwana, big the difference. Let's take that break. We're back shortly for the second 45 minutes.
Welcome back to the Edwin Imboila Stadium, where Kafir Celtic are playing host to Power Dynamos. In the 37th minute, it's Albert Kangwanda that puts Kafir Celtic in the lead. A shocker to Power Dynamos, who are now going to be forced to put in everything they can to get that equalizer. Early days yet, but you can expect a lot of this. It's Joshua Mtale already on the ball. Quick start. They're desperately looking for that equalizer, and Chamanga falls rather easily. Still, pressure coming in the very early stages. And this is going to be what will characterize the next 45 minutes. Stay with us right here as Power desperately search for an equalizer. Well, we had to do that, Musonda, before I said hello to you. Straight into action, and I hope you're ready for the second half.
Absolutely. It's been a blistering start to the second half. Power Dynamos, pushing the issue. They have slipped into 5th position on the table through a fault not of their own, but Buffalo's winning earlier. But this now, the 1-0, 1-0 down, is a fault that they can rectify the Power Dynamos in the second half, and they have started like a house on fire, because obviously they need to find a goal to restore parity. But this Kafue Celtic side is a composed one. They play some good football, like we've seen from the first half, and they're very composed in the way they approach things.
Well, so it will all be down to what Celtic put in place, understanding there will be pressure. So if they can soak the pressure, Kafir Celtic, who knows? They'll just have to deal with the fact that Power Dynamos will come with everything thrown at them. Free kick. Power. Bakodila's ball high up. It all calls for a lot of concentration. Nice collection of the ball by Kasanda Katana.
So they have to do a lot. Very well collected by Kasanda Katana Keke. But they have to do a lot. He's been conceding possession cheaply. His distribution has been quite poor.
And that's the thing. Every ball that you have must mean something. No cheap distributions.
Absolutely. And the goalkeeper coach needs to do a lot more from that particular angle.
A lot of pressure on this Kafir Celtic defense. It's going to be a long day. This is Godfrey Ngwenya. He's looking for space. He's trying to line up his angle properly to use his strong left rather. In the meantime, dropping the ball in at 18. Mutale doesn't do good ball control. Power Dynamos. Kafir Celtic with work. Just don't allow Power the space. Throw in Celtic.
Yeah, the youngster there, Peter Chikola, he's already cracked the bar once in the first half, but very composed, like you've said. They are leaving little space in that middle of the area of the park. They're not giving Power Dynamos any sniff whatsoever, and what is required now is for Power Dynamos to try and use the wide areas to get the ball into the box. Otherwise, if they go central, everything is going to be blocked. But with youthful sides, normally with little experience, when the pressure mounts, they back off.
So it depends on the consistency then of Power Dynamos for them to break. Oh, there's a lot of work here. Leaving it out for a throw in.
If a team can produce Computer Mwepu, Patson Daka, and Francisco Mwepu, who is in Austria, you know that there's something special about them.
Mwila must be saying, I owe the team one. Can I get it back for them? This is Bakodila for the free kick. It's a curler! Again, Linus either misread that ball. He needed to attack the ball.
Absolutely. But it wouldn't have counted because the whistle went. His father, at some point, the Power Dynamos assistant coach, Dynamos Makwaza, was being called the headmaster because he used to score brilliant headers. So maybe they should be remaining, the two of them, at the training ground at the end of the sessions to practice those headers.
Power with Emmanuel. We'll have to deal with the likes of Chivesa, but it was Paul Banda on that occasion. Now, this is where Kafir Celtic can be exciting. Kangwanda takes his man to the very corner. It was White Mwanambaba who was in that chase. The idea for Kafir Celtic, generally more than anything, is to maintain that composure.
Absolutely. And Kangwanda on that particular occasion did not have enough support, so brought the ball back into play, but nobody in white.
Oh, now they aid. Now, instead of Musonda there, should just have struck it first time, but he dropped the ball. He really ought to have just struck it.
He should have, but resolute defending in the end. Richard Daka conceding the corner, but set pieces are not being utilized. And it's been a long while since I saw a goal from a corner.
Power Dynamos corner kick. Here it comes. Looks like another chance for Power for another corner kick. Man down in the meantime for Kafue Celtic. Concerns here for the Crocs.
Katiela was going for the ball. Not very clear. Probably just a bad fall, but he's up already, which is a good thing.
Another chance. Kept in play, another corner. Kafir Celtic doing well defensively. They have to soak the pressure. They know what to expect. They need to keep each other's minds alert, mental strength, concentration and everything, as Power knock and knock, trying to get that equalizer. Here comes the ball. Goalkeeper has a touch on it. He may want to avoid that next time. Spill the ball.
Very casual. Maybe not in the mode of KK in the approach of things. Maybe we can call him Kaka. A bit of taka-taka handling right there.
There's every chance there will be a prowling striker or player who wants to drop the ball. Brian Wheeler wins the ball, and it's going to be a goal kick.
Because normally what happens is that when you do that, one too many, the antics of Kasanda, then the strikers know that there could be a possible problem for this keeper.
That is so true.
Whoa. Buildcon Lusaka Dynamos postponed. We'll have to get facts. And whoa, Jackson Were returns to haunt Zesco United. Kansanshi Dynamos leading.
Did he have to? Sure.
Wow,
Jesse
wow.
Were.
Wow, wow. The stone that the builders rejected.
Can't he choose teams to score?
Chris Takatiko Kaunda Silwaba there has put Warriors 2-0 ahead, and Nkana still leading by 1-0.
Well, Jesse Were haunts his former team, a team that regards him as a legend.
So many times players are discarded and they return to haunt their former sides. If that result ends like that, Zesco United will be kicking themselves in the heels.
Changes begin to be made here. Kaffir Celtic being the first.
So Siaka Tiela has been a bit below par. and he will be replaced rather by Christopher Peary. So these are youngsters, fresh pair of legs there, just to add bite up front and the pace that they require. They have started the second half a bit under the cush, the Crocodiles.
And now Power Dynamos. Oh, great play there by Godfrey Ngwenya. There's a lot of power play now.
Literally.
Oh, mistake now. Can there be some more drama? That's poorly executed after all the work. But the ball is still in play. The substitute, Chris Peary. Does he get the return? He doesn't. Beautiful play by Kafue Celtic, offside.
So the referee just trying to calm the waters. And the youngster had remained. Looks very contagious because there was Bako dealer there, but then still the goalkeeper had handled it. But again, the linesman.
In the meantime, this is Mutale. Goes to the line. Chance here. And Power Dynamos balloon that hit with George Chisala. The least that should happen is lowering the ball off target. Things not cool right now.
He rushed the challenge. There was some good work by Joshua Budomtale, and that's his last contribution. The coach has seen enough. And Mukukadeko Mulenga has come on for George Chisala. And Godfrey Ngwenya, the captain, has also been taken off. Rather surprise, a move there for Tranquilline Kalongi.
Kaffir Celtic are coming, looking as threatening as ever, having sucked the power pressure. Deco he loses the ball. This is Celtic. Was that a handball? No. Play continues. Looking for goal number 2 for Comfort. Looking very confident on the ball, Celtic. Defensive play by Power. Joshua Mtale is brought down, and there might be a yellow card too.
So Justin Daka, the captain, getting a yellow from Mr. Francis Sichali for that challenge from behind on Joshua Budo Mutale. Right call. Yes, Charlie.
Backward dealer's ball up front. Power Dynamos in a desperate situation. Free kick. Now, is that the captain? Yes, 2 yellow cards for the captain, and it's a straight red. So it's a straight red.
Yes, it is. Firstly, the referee gave himself time to check on the extent of the injury to the Power Dynamos player before he reached for his pocket. He was very clear in his mind. Unfortunately, there's no VAR for a second look.
So it's Caleb Siamangwajo that is given a straight red.
So no more problems for you.
Siamangwajo.
Siamangwajo.
And it's unfortunate that he will not be able to
So,
continue. So this is what happened.
so the lifting of the leg. Oh, nasty challenge straight into the face of Mukadeko Mulenga. Those contact. Dangerous play.
So Caleb won't see the rest of the match, and that is pressure as Caleb Siamagwayo goes out. Absolutely devastating.
Though it was dangerous play, but totally unintentional. You have to look at the intentions sometimes. Sometimes people will tell you that this is not the character of this particular player. I don't think that he had lifted that leg with the intentions to hate Mukadeko Mulenga. Very sad. And they have to commiserate with the young lad. Very, very sad indeed for Caleb Siamagwayo. So there, careless, dangerous play there.
Oh, but it doesn't look good as well for the injured player. Oh no, this
Very
really
sad.
looks bad for Mkuka, and there's insistence in today's game to take care of players that get knocked. Very unfortunate for Mukamlenga.
It's a lot of blood that is coming out of his nose. And if you recall, the referee, there's a yellow card that has been dished out already. When the foul was committed, he nearly reached for his pocket because he saw what happened, and it was a top pocket. Then he hesitated, gave himself time, went and looked at Mukamulenga and noticed the damage, and it was clear in his mind, yeah, Francis Isichali, that it was a send-off, and rightly so. So these Celtic players must be very careful because they don't want to buy themselves into the book.
Such a beautiful game that has been had up to this point, when unfortunate, unforeseen scenarios like this one come to put a little dent on it. The Regan Tonga will replace Mukamlenga, who himself was brought in as a substitute.
As we speak, Mukamulenga is being attended to by Dr. Wamba Kadochi, the Power Dynamos team doctor. Still blood oozing from his nose.
So it's Power Dynamos against a 10-man Kafue Celtic. Will that numerical advantage work for Power? But can Kafue Celtic show character in the process as well?
So they'll be more resolute, Franklin, Kafue Celtic. They'll probably just play with one man up front in Kangwanda and pack that midfield, which becomes a lot more harder for Power Dynamos to find some working space. And already Kalonji fouling Emmanuel Chivesa. And this could be the story of this particular game here. Very little space to operate, and Chivesa is feeling fine after being pushed over by that man, Kalonji. Or should we say tranquilized?
For Kafir Celtic, what's crucial is to manage the game. They have the lead. Power will continuously be desperate. Goalkeeper comes out and collects. Kasanda Katana.
What we won't probably see now is a free-spirited Kafir Celtic expressing themselves, because now it's about game management. they'll play on the counter largely.
Linos to Luka Chamanga. Power Dynamos, a desperate Power Dynamos pushing forward. Chamanga's effort to bring in the cross is well checked and stopped. And it is Celtic, 10 men on the pitch, looking good, very good vision, threatening to score goal number 2. But maybe that ball was rather too easy and soft by Faustin Daka. Joshua Mutale showing too much, but still with the ball, happy to. And now Brian Wheeler chases the ball, but so too does the goalkeeper. Needing a bit more pace from Wheeler.
Good anticipation by Kasanda Katana. Budo played in Brian Wheeler, but Wheeler not very pacey on that occasion.
Kaffir Celtic. Cutting in, but dispossessed there. Chris Peary. Wheeler. Bakotila. Celtic sliding through Power Dynamos area. Foul there, freely, quickly taken. This is Chikola. Enters the 18. Oh, very, very unfortunate there because it just needed Chris Peary to meet that ball.
It was a dangerous ball threaded in the area.
Very dangerous.
Not one the keeper could reach for, but no one just to apply any sort of touch in there.
Mutale cutting in, weaving in. He's in the 18. Good defensive work there. There was offside anyway. Offside call. Flag is up. Just in case you're joining us, yes, you are reading right. It's Kafue 1, Power Dynamos 0.
Substituted. So, tactical from Joe Walia. Albert Sampa comes in from Christopher Peary with the man short, just to fortify their ranks. So goes in, looks like the middle of the park.
So Kaffir Celtic are one man short, so they've made a tactical change and they take out Christopher Peary for Albert Sampa. They have to manage the game.
So he will feel very unlucky. Christopher Peary, he was even yet to warm to the game. It's like being invited to a meal when you're hungry, then you just wash your hands, and then they say, no, there's another visitor who is more important, who will take the meal. And they tell you, this is considerations of what you want to get of this visitor who has come. So Joe Walia, good tactics there, trying to manage the game. Christopher Peary, the unfortunate lad to give way for Sampa in a tactical switch.
Well, he stayed on the pitch for 10 minutes, just about 10 minutes.
Just a sniff of action. Well, you have to work for the team. That's what it means. His day is done. If they are winning bonuses, if they win the game, just 10 minutes will get him full pay. So no complaints there.
Power with 20 minutes for them to get the equalizer. 20 minutes for Kafue Celtic to hold them off. it would be a very important win.
So off your picture, the technical bench explaining to Christopher the decision.
Well, I'm sure he appreciates. And now, they're doing everything they have to, Kafue Celtic, to keep power at bay. Now, this is Chikola. Peter with Paul Banda on him. He needs support. Paul Banda stands strong. Free kick to Power Dynamos. Bakodila lines it up.
So did very well, Paul Sekio Banda, just to hold the ball and pull the foul from Chikola.
Mutale tries to cut in, but is well read. Bakodila doesn't face any pressure. Wanambaba. Musonda. Joshua Mutale. Power in search of a desperate equalizer. But in the end, the final work in the final third is not impressive.
Wasted opportunity by the left back or wing back, if you like, in Luka Chamanga. I think that they are very pedestrian in terms of the movement of the ball, as well as the front three Power Dynamos. One would argue that Mwenyachi people will say that his plans were disturbed. Another of those uncharacteristic ball distributions by Kasanda Katana. I was about to say, Franklin, that Mwenyachi people withdrew Godfrey Ngwenya, who is a playmaker, and brought on another playmaker in Mkamulenga, but Mkamulenga gets injured. Becomes more difficult and harder. So the goalkeeper will make a meal out of that particular challenge.
Was there contact, even?
If it was there, it's very minimal.
Kasanda Katana. Time taking out the steam from the Power Dynamos verb.
So goalkeeper comes out. There's an approach by Kennedy Musonda. He could have been stepped on, although from that particular angle you don't see any contact.
It does look like he was stepped on.
And if that was the case, then that should be a red card.
Yes.
If contact was made with the knee, that can easily be.
Oh, that's nasty. It can always take a player out. So a lot of action continuing here in the World of Champions. Remember, tomorrow it's Green Eagles and Red Arrows. That should be a game worth making a date for.
So it's the league leaders, Red Arrows, up against Green Eagles. That should be a fascinating encounter. So the man who made contact earlier was not Musonda, because Musonda is no longer on the pitch. That is Regan Mutonga. So good to see Kasanda Katana up on his feet.
So Power Dynamos face the prospect of losing to Kafir Celtic. 10-man Kafir Celtic. Earlier, Mukukamlenga was struck on the face by Caleb Siema Guahio, who was eventually red-carded in the 60th minute. So he had to be replaced, having come on as a substitute.
So Kennedy Msonda is still on the pitch. The foul on the goalkeeper was by Regan Mutonga, 29 and not 9.
Goal kick, Power Dynamos. Time beginning to slide. It's a long 15 minutes for Kafue Celtic, who would be happy to have the game end now.
Power Dynamos fans won't be happy with this result. You have a side that is making its debut in the top flight. They are fourth from bottom. Yes, they play some lovely football, but they are down to 10 men and you can't prize them open. That should be a concern if it ends this way.
Lawrence Mulenga pretends to be an infield player, pushes the ball up front. Things just not working for Power so far.
They lack imagination, they lack inventiveness up front, and it's becoming increasingly difficult to see where the Power Dynamos goal is gonna come from.
Kafue Celtic just in game management mode. If they can get a second, that will just close the game. But clearly they have shown they will not give it away easily. It's not going to come on a silver platter as Kasanda Katana decides to distribute the ball, this time in a much better fashion.
With his hands.
And it finds Thomas Zulu. Zulu. No panic so far from this Kafue Celtic side. They know they'll get the chance again. They can. Brian Wheeler, Tranquilin Mwepu, all afraid to break because they were sure it was going to be offside. Kasanda Katana buys more time. 13 minutes to go. Power trailing against 10-man Kafue Celtic. If the goals couldn't come in the last I don't know how many minutes, will they come in the next I don't know how many few minutes?
Next 13 minutes.
It's all about what happens next. Pressure here is real. Celtic give away a free kick.
So foul on Kennedy Msonda by Kelvin Kangwanda. That's how hard they work. He's a forward man, but the moment they lost the ball, working extremely very hard off the ball, Kangwanda, and commits a foul on Msonda.
Here comes the ball. Power's prayer is to get an equalizer. How that equalizer could be celebrated once it came. But Kafue Celtic may not allow that to happen. They're everywhere. And yet they're one man short, Kafue Celtic.
Power's prayer, you said?
Once the equalizer comes.
Prayer must be accompanied by hard work.
Okay.
Don't just pray and expect results.
Goalkeeper Lawrence Mulenga.
That's akin to witchcraft. They have to work extremely hard. They have to probably try to utilize the wings, which they haven't done in this particular game, Power Dynamos.
Tranquilin tranquilizes a Kafue Celtic player. And on that occasion, it was Albert Sampa. Now, this is the danger man, Kangwanda. He's got support as well. And he might shoot. Oh, that's nice and easy. Kafue Celtic here. Chance to get number 2. Panic in the Power Dynamos defense.
Lovely build-up, very patient. Brian Chilimina involved. And Kangwanda, the star man. What a nice layoff. But a good defensive blockade by Power Dynamos keeps them surviving. Keeps them breathing. They are caught by the crocodile.
Frustration in the Power Dynamos camp. Power passes are not being very successful. This is Linus Makwaza Jr. brought down, and it will be a foul. Peter Chikola would have loved to feast on that. as a croc.
Makwaza does very well. He had to be put down by Albert Sampa.
Lawrence Mulenga sends the ball forward, but offside.
Tell you what's happening in Kitwe with 10 minutes to go. News is filtering through Sakile that Power has been caught by a crocodile at the Edwin Mboila Stadium, and they are barely breathing. And in Usakiri, this is a result that they'll be happy with, but in Ndeke, it must be extremely quiet. Bukwabona Twange, Miseshi, Power Village, or is it CEC Village now? And every yellow fan are in a funeral-like mood at present. They didn't expect this. 10-man Kafue Celtic leading the 1991 Wandela Cup winners, Power Dynamos.
Desperate moments, might need to call for some desperate measures. Who will bring that personal effects and character to the team? In the meantime, as all that happens, the threat continues. Known as Kaffir Celtic. 10 men and in charge. Luka Chamanga chases the ball and will allow it to go out for a goal kick. Bakodila. That's Paul Banda. Faustin Bakodila.
At this level, that sort of ball control.
8 minutes and counting.
The clock is ticking. Power still in the jaws of the crocodile.
Chikola. Now that's beautiful play from Peter. He's got a man to beat. Bakodila has to deal with him. He's in the 18. And Albert Kangwanda was just late to arrive on the scene. But wonderful play coming from Kaffir Celtic.
Splendid display by Peter Chikola. Not afraid to take on the big man of Power Dynamos. But he couldn't just measure his cross in the area for Kangwanda.
Brian Miller. Wayward strike coming from the striker.
The big man is yet to impress in the yellow, and on this occasion in the red of Power.
A lot of work. What to do, what to do, what to do. That is what the issue is here in that Power Dynamos bench.
Well, look, the chances have been very few, isn't it? And early on when they failed to Power Dynamos, they didn't utilize them. And Kaffir Celtic created 3 chances in the first half, and they made 1 count, and another one hit the crossbar. So other than that, Power Dynamos have created almost nothing apart from that miss by Brian Miller.
Now, lobbing it into the 18. Pressure here. Power Dynamos remain with 6 minutes. Same amount of time for Kaffir Celtic to soak the pressure. It's going to be a long, long trip back to Kitwe for Power if it ends like this.
Disappointing outing, especially that they will be losing to a 10-man promoted side.
Out the ball goes for a throw in. Celtic holding their own, managing the game. Thomas Zulu. And now, Chamanga cuts in. Mwila. Bakodila tries to get Paul Banda, who controls the ball well. Banda tries to cross the ball in. Ball will go out for a throw in. Chance here, the idea. Brian Wheeler on the edge in the D. Kaffir Celtic are defending with everything that they have. White Mwanambaba. 4 minutes remaining. Power in trouble here at the Edwin Imboila Stadium in Lusaka. Kaffir Celtic holding on to the lead. It will be a famous win for Kaffir Celtic. An important one as well, as they try to get out of that relegation zone. The promotion side that has been growing with confidence. They have better possession than Power Dynamos as it is. 10-man Kaffir Celtic. .24 fouls committed this afternoon. 2 yellow cards, 1 apiece. There was a red card as well on Caleb Siamagwaho. 3 minutes remaining. And it's Kaffir Celtic with a corner kick.
Tell you what, Kaffir Celtic's director Lee Kawano is a staunch Ghana Football Club fan, so he'll be happy with this particular victory as well from that angle.
Here comes the ball. Pressure here is real because Joe Walia just hopes he can continue managing. His side can manage the game. 10-man Kaffir Celtic. They have very few minutes. They just have to hold on. Power Dynamos with Linus Makwaza Jr. searching, and at this point, just looking for an equalizer. Will it come? Will Kaffir Celtic allow it? In the meantime, word has it that Zesco United are paying for letting Jesse Were go, because he scored again.
Yeah, paying their bills.
2 goals from Jesse Were.
The Kenyan on fire. And still, Cabo Warriors leading by 2 goals to 0, and Ghana Football Club, that 20th minute goal by Diamond Chikwekwe still in front based on Chambesis charges. And here it's the 10 men that are smiling.
Kasanda Katana. He does it coolly this time, knowing that he's been wasting a lot of those distributions. Linus Makwaza to look at Chamanga. Power Dynamos on the brink of a loss here.
It will be very
from
tough.
a very unlikely customer.
Very tough if they were to concede this late. Kaffir Celtic, they have managed the game very well, and I think that red card to Caleb Siamagwaho was a blessing in disguise, because it has just made them very, very strong in terms of the way they have defended.
Here comes the effort. Kaffir Celtic are defending well and threatening at the same time. Free kick. Peter Chikola has been problematic for this power side this afternoon.
He's played well, Peter Chikola. And Joshua Budo Mutale, youngster on youngster, was left for dead. He had to put in that tackle to take out Peter Chikola.
4 minutes have been added. Regulation time is over. If Power have to get an equalizer, it should happen in the next 4 minutes. Why would Kafue Celtic allow that to happen? This is Mutale. Free kick, Kafue Celtic.
So Brian Wheeler judged to have committed an infringement. There was a touch on the heels, really, of Justin Zulu. Thomas Zulu, rather.
Kasanda Katana. Ten-man Kafue Celtic are on the way to a victory against Power Dynamos. This is Kennedy Msonda to Joshua Mutale. Trying to enter that 18 area, but it is heavily guarded. Luka Chamanga tries to wrestle the ball, and Kafue Celtic continue to push on with the flair that they're increasingly getting known for. Free kick. 2 minutes remaining for Power Dynamos to get the equalizer, and indeed for Kafue Celtic to claim this victory.
What is interesting is that Kafue Celtic will move to 25 points with the win, but it will not take them out of the back, bottom four, because Kansashi Dynamos are winning against Zesco United. That will take Kansashi Dynamos above Indeni, and Kafue Celtic will remain in position number 15, which is 25 points.
Chance here, pressure here. Awkward moment. Peter Chikola on his way out was yellow carded.
And Justin Daka is on the ground. Require a stretcher. So injured in an aerial tussle. That was the big man, Brian Wheeler. In between Justin Daka and Richard Daka. In between the two Dakas. Sakangwanda, the difference.
He
Two
called
touches.
very coolly when he got that ball in. Very smart. Goalkeeper left for dead.
Absolutely.
Flat-footed.
Yes.
In the 37th minute.
Absolutely. Good control. Touch one, touch two, touch three, back of the net. Just going for placement rather than power. And beating a flat-footed Lawrence Mulenga. And that's the difference.
So
the Nkana fans came all the way
to support Kafue Celtic?
Absolutely. I did tell you that the owner of Kafue Celtic, Director Lika Wanu,
so this rivalry is very serious.
Yes, it is. And they're enjoying it. They are dancing. It's like Nkana has won. That's what it does, the rivalry. Look at the Power Dynamos fan. He can't even keep his mask on.
Well,
the cynical smile on his face. He can't believe what has hit them. Are they singing Baba Smakuba already?
I'm not so sure.
Because
but whatever happens, it's certainly one that was unexpected by Power. So this injury takes the steam out of the match, and it just works against Power Dynamos.
Definitely, it is eating into the time. It's eating into the momentum, and probably that could be it.
They can't believe what has hit them, Power Dynamos. It's Kaffir Celtic. It's a crocodile, you know? Crocodiles rarely show you they will attack you, so you always have to be careful.
Still waters are very dangerous when it comes to crocodiles.
So play resumes. And any time from now, the referee will be blowing his whistle. Kaffir Celtic, 10 men on the brink of a famous victory. And my goodness, that's the closest the Power Dynamos come to.
It could have been a goal to restore parity out of nothing. Faustin Bakodila, touch on by Tranquilin rather, and Musonda Kennedy. Regan Mlenga rather couldn't just apply the finishing gloss. That is it.
And that was a very, very close one. Regan Mtonga could have restored parity, but the game ends. It's a wonderful big one for Kafue Celtic. It's a terrible big loss for Paul.